A very good morning to everyone. This is Shubhangi Rao, working as an assistant professor in Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering in MLR Institute of Technology. Today we are going to discuss some problems on magnetic field. Let's start. Let's take first question of this session. There is a radial field given where H is equals to 2.39 into 10 to the power 6 by R minus cos phi AR. Okay, this is a radial field which exists in free space. Okay, we have to find out magnetic flux crossing the surface, which is defined by phi and z. Phi can be from 0 to pi by 4 and z is from 0 to 1. This we can understand in this question. Okay, this phi angle, this angle is extending from here to here, 0 to pi by 4. That means 45 degrees. And z is from 0 to 1. So this is the arrangement given for this radial field. Okay, we have to find out magnetic flux which is crossing from this surface, right? So the formula of flux is, in terms of flux density, it is integration of B dot ds, and B is equals to, we know it is mu h, right? In this question free space is given, so we can write B is equals to mu naught h, and further we can use this formula as phi is equals to integration of mu naught h ds, right? So here, first of all, to find out flux density, we need to know h is already given in this question. Also we need to find out ds. H is equals to 2.39 into 10 to the power 6 divided by r cos phi AR, and ds for this system, here we will consider this small element on this particular cylinder, and here also we will consider one small area on this surface, and this area of this surface can be written by r d phi dz. Okay, and the direction will be AR, basically radially outward. So we are considering this surface where this point is dz, and this is the arc, and we know the formula between arc and angle. So basically arc is equals to angle into radius. So this arc, for example, this is dl, this arc can be written as angle is d phi and the radius is r. So this ds will become r d phi dz, and the direction will be radially outward, means a phi AR, right? So now we have got h as well as ds. This we will put into this formula, and this will become phi is equals to integration of mu naught is there already, we can just take it outside. So mu naught, two integrations will be there because dz and d phi is there. So this becomes 2.39 into 10 to the power 6 cos phi d phi dz, right? Now this r and r will get cancelled, so directly from here we can remove r, and the limit of d phi will be from 0 to pi by 4 as it is given in the question, and z is from 0 to 1. So like that, by putting these limits we will solve it, and we will get phi as 2.39 into 10 to the power 6 mu naught sine phi, and the limit of phi is from 0 to pi by 4 and z, and limit is 0.1. So when we further put the limits, we will get the answer as 2.1236 Weber. This is the flux which is crossing the surface defined by the limit from 0 to pi by 4 for phi, and z is from 0 to 1. Let's take next question. Cylindrical coordinate system is given in this question, and B is given as 2.0 by r a phi. Tesla is the unit. Flux density is given in cylindrical coordinate system. Here we need to determine the magnetic flux phi crossing the plane surface by r is extending from 0.5 to 2.5 meter, and z will be extending from 0 to 2, right? So this surface is defined by r and z, means it is phi constant surface, because we are again considering cylindrical coordinate system. So in this diagram you can see this is the surface at fixed phi. So phi cannot vary, but r and z are variable, which are extending from r is extending from 0.5, means from here to here we have r 0.5 to 2.5, and z is extending from 0 to 2, right? Now on this surface also we will take a small differential element, and its direction will be phi direction because it is phi constant surface, right? So we are going to use the same formula again. Phi is equals to integration of b dot ds, right? Now we have to write b, which is already given in the question. B is equals to 2.0 by r. So let us put it directly. So this is 2.0 by r, and direction is a phi, and ds can be written as, because it is extending in z and r direction, so we can directly write it as dr dz, and the direction is a phi direction, right? So we know the dot product of a phi and a phi will be 1. So now this becomes phi is equals to integration of 2.0 r dr dz. Okay, so 2 times integration, so 2 limits we will put. R is from 0.5 to 2.5 and z is from 0 to 2. So on further solving we will get 2.0 ln 2.5 minus ln 0.5 and 2 minus 0, and ultimately on further solving we will get flux as 6.4377 Weber. That is how we can calculate the flux which is crossing this particular surface. Let's take another question. One cylindrical coordinate system is given where A is equals to 50 r square az Weber per meter, right? It is a vector magnetic potential. Okay, so in a certain region of free space, here we have to find out H, we need to find B, also we need to find J, and by using J then we have to find out total current I also, right? And the surface is given as at Z is equals to 0, R is extending from 0 to 1 and phi is extending from 0 to 2 pi. These are the parameters given in the question, right? So we have to calculate H, B, Z and H, B, J and I, okay? And A is given and it is a vector magnetic potential, right? So we already know the formula of vector magnetic potential. as B is equals to del cross A, where A is the vector magnetic potential. Right? Means we have to finally calculate curl of A. Okay? And it is clear that it is in cylindrical coordinate system. So we will write the equation of curl of the vector. So this is 1 upon r dou az by dou phi minus dou a phi by dou z ar plus dou ar by dou z minus dou az by dou r a phi plus 1 upon r dou r a phi by dou r minus dou ar by dou phi a z. This is the formula. And now if we see, as A is given as 50 r square az, so only we have this az component as 50 r square. Here we don't have ar, also a phi is not there. So in this formula we have to put the value of ar is equals to 0, a phi is equals to 0 and az is equals to 50 r square. So when we put ar, a phi and az, we get B is equals to minus 100 r a phi Weber per meter square. This is the flux density which we have got, right? Now from here we can find out H. See, the first part is completed. We have got flux density. Now from flux density we can find out field intensity, and the formula is B is equals to mu H. That means H is equals to B by mu. Now mu is equals to mu naught mu r, but we will take mu naught because in question free space is mentioned. Okay. So now we can put it here, minus 100 r a phi, okay, divided by mu naught ampere per meter, right? And this is H, right? Now from here J can also be found. We know that J is equals to del cross H, or del cross H is equals to J, right? So del cross H we need to find. Again only phi term is here because we are getting minus 100 upon mu naught r a phi. So HR and HZ terms will be 0, right? So when we calculate del cross H, we will get del cross H is equals to minus 200 mu naught Az ampere per meter square, right? And as we know that J is equals to del cross H, so J is equals to nothing but 200 upon mu naught Az. Now we have got H we have calculated, B we have calculated, and J also we have calculated. Now by using the relation between J and I, we can calculate I also, where I is equals to integration of J dot ds, right? So we will put the equation of J here. So this becomes integration of minus 200 upon mu naught Az, and ds, because it is in cylindrical coordinate system, okay? So we have ds as r dr d phi Az. It is in Az constant, surface z constant, okay? On further solving, we will get I is equals to minus 200 upon mu naught r square by 2, limit is 0 to 1, and phi limit is 0 to 2 pi. When we further simplify it, we will get I is equals to, we will put the limit of r and phi here, and we will get I as minus 500 into 10 to the power 6 ampere, which is 500 mega ampere, right? and by this negative sign we can see the direction of current. So that is how we can calculate. We have calculated H, B and J, and from J we have calculated I. Let's take another question. We have to find magnetic vector potential in the vicinity of very long straight wire which is carrying a current I. Okay, and then we have to find out magnetic field density and magnetic field strength. Means we need to find out flux. First we have to find out vector magnetic potential, then we have to calculate flux density and then field intensity, right? So this is the arrangement here. This is the long straight wire which is carrying a current I. Okay, and as the direction of current is I, we can find the field of direction of the field, right? So the magnetic field intensity due to this filament will be given by H is equals to I upon 2 pi r a phi, where a phi is the direction of field, which can be calculated by using right hand thumb rule, right? Now if it is in free space, we can write B is equals to mu naught H, means B is equals to I upon 2 pi r, here mu naught a phi. So this is the formula of H and B, right? And also we know that B is equals to del cross A, right? Vector magnetic potential. So B is equals to already we have got B mu naught into I upon 2 pi r a phi. So we can write here B is equals to mu naught I upon 2 pi r a phi, and here we can write del cross A. For cylindrical coordinate system, we will apply del operator, means here we are finding out curl of this vector A, right? So on further solving, we will get mu naught I upon 2 pi into 1 upon r, right? And then we will get B is equals to del cross A, as we will get mu naught I upon 2 pi r a phi. So this is B, right? And as we know that B is equals to mu naught H, or we can write H is equals to B upon mu naught. So from here we can put B here, and B is equals to mu naught I upon 2 pi r. Okay, already mu naught is there, and a phi. This will get cancelled, and we will get H is equals to I upon 2 pi r a phi. This is the magnetic field intensity, right? So that is how we have calculated flux density and magnetic field intensity and the magnetic vector potential. This, right? Let's take another question. The question is, a flat perfectly conducting surface in xy plane is situated in a magnetic field, and magnetic field H is given as 3 cos x ax plus z cross x ay ampere per meter, and this field is given for z is greater than and equals to 0. Okay, and if z is less than 0, in that case H is also 0. So this is the condition given in the question, and as per that we have to find out current density on the surface of the conductor. We need to find out J on the surface of conductor, right? So let's solve it. We know If H is given and we need to find out J, the relation between H and J is del cross H is equals to J. So we have to find out curl of H. So the formula of curl of H is, we can write, these are the directions. From this equation it is clear that it is in Cartesian coordinate system. So we can write Ax, Ay is Az, and here dou by dou x, dou by dou y, and dou by dou z. Now here only x and y components are given, z is 0, right? So we can write accordingly Hx is equals to, we have 3 cos x, y is equals to, we have z cos x, and Hz is 0. Now we will elaborate this equation, and this will become, let us write it, this will become dou by dou y, this Hz minus dou by dou z hy, dou by dou z hy ax, right, plus, now we have to write for ay, so we will leave this, and this will become dou by dou z hx minus dou by dou x hz, and this is ay. We can write it in reverse order also, but the sign will become negative, plus dou hy by dou x minus dou hx by dou y, means now we will leave this and we will consider these two. So del dou y a z. That is how we can elaborate the curl equation. Now here in place of hx we have to put 3 cos x, in place of hy we have to put z cos x, and in place of hz we need to put 0. So when we put hx, hy and ahz in this equation, we will get j is equals to minus cos x ax plus 0 dot ay plus 0 dot az. So finally z is equals to, we are getting minus cos x ax ampere per meter square. So this is the value of j for z greater than equals to 0, and if z is less than 0, j will become 0 because h is 0. So all components of h will become 0. So that is how we have calculated current density on the conductor surface for two conditions, for z greater than 0 and for z less than 0. Thank you so much.